Has a picture ever defined an age as clearly as this? It was taken at the height of Victoria's reign, when Britain pushed the world through a revolution that changed every last detail of our lives. 200 years ago, Britain was the workshop of the world, but the only way you could move around it was on a horse. Brunel changed all that with extraordinary, bold and beautiful heavy engineering. The Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol is perhaps the best known example. Brunel put beauty into the beast of the Industrial Revolution. But he didn't just build bridges. He built railways, train stations, hospitals, sea walls and docks, and he built ships the like of which the world had never seen before. The Great Eastern, his final ship and greatest mistake, was the largest movable object man had ever created. Artists came to paint it, journalists to write about it, and for the first time, photographers to record this huge thing that was towering over the London skyline. To build the ship, Brunel went into business with a shipbuilder called John Scott Russell, but it was a stormy partnership. They quarreled over who was in charge, and work fell behind. The finances spiraled out of control. Money was so tight, Brunel was reduced to listing the contents of his house, fearing he'd have to sell his silver to save his ship. The company directors became so desperate for cash, they even sold tickets for the launch of the ship. Thousands came, but the ship was too heavy to move. Brunel felt publicly humiliated. Finally, they got it afloat, and the problems really started. During trials, 6 men were killed when a funnel exploded, and on her maiden voyage, there were only 38 passengers. There was simply no demand for a ship this big. So the Great Eastern became a transatlantic cable layer. And then what? Where is it now? Well, it didn't sink. It didn't hit an iceberg like the Titanic. Its last days were spent as an advertising hoarding on the River Mersey. And then it was simply broken up for scrap. Brunel didn't even live to see the ship sail. 5 minutes after he posed for this last photograph, he collapsed from a stroke. He died 10 days later at the age of 53. The Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol was completed 5 years later as a tribute to Brunel.